Honestly, guys, this is incredible.
We must not be ashamed of the gospel. And I'm afraid that for many, that's what we've come to, where we're ashamed of the gospel. In order to understand the weightiness of this statement, you have to understand Paul's historical context. And it's hard for us to comprehend because we minister in a very different age. We are accepted in society. People call us things like reverend and pastor and doctor. We're asked to officiate at weddings and funerals. But in order for us to grasp this, let us remember, brothers, that Paul was arrested as a criminal. In fact, he was what you call a repeat offender. He was beaten and chased out of town. He didn't have lofty titles or offices. No one in Rome was asking him to come give the invocational prayer at the inauguration. Think about how tempted Paul would have been or could have been at Mars Hill when he stands there before the most erudite minds of his day. These people who called him an idle babbler, and yet he was not ashamed of the gospel.
When Paul made this statement in Romans 1:16, it was not a slogan. This was a declaration that cost him everything. And not just him, the apostles and the early Christians. Unfortunately today, most Christians, we wear this verse on our shirts, put it in our bios, and we profess it with our mouths. Whereas the early Christians, they bled and died for this. They did not edit the gospel to fit the culture of their time. They understood that the gospel was exclusive. They knew that the gospel had power, and they had their eyes on eternal life. They were not worried about the things of the world and the titles of men.